Okay, hey gang, welcome back. Matt here with another Bro Audio video. So today I would love to show you guys my marine electrician's tool bag. As you guys know, I've been building boats, doing marine electrical design and installation for many years, and you know, I get hired a lot to consult and to help my customers bring their employees up to speed with regards to electronics, wiring, and the tools used to do it. So I thought before I move on to newer, greener pastures, I would share with you all my selected tools that I've sourced over many years, and these are the tools that I found to be the most valuable tools when doing wiring, like you'll find in a boat or in a van or in an off-grid cabin. So let's take a look. So here's my bag. It's a bag I made. You know, when you're working on boats, it's nice to have a soft bag without something scratchy on the bottom or whatever. So I made a bag out of canvas and leather, and here is my first tool pick. So these are my #1 tool. These are always in my side pocket in my pants, and I keep these close to hand all day, and I use them constantly. And they look a little strange. You might wonder what I'm doing with them, but I'm going to show you. So these are the Nippex 95-05-140 combination shears, and they're small, really sharp scissors designed for cutting cable. As you can see, they leave the cleanest cuts on multi-strand cable. They're so handy when you're doing fine detail work, wiring panels, working with labels. I use these for all cable cutting duties, and they will smoothly cut up to really like a 2 or a 1 gauge, no problem, and I've even gone into the aughts. So these are a fantastic tool. Cannot recommend them enough. They are my absolute #1 tool. They're incredibly inexpensive. Get yourself a pair if you're doing any cutting at all on wires, cables. So the next tool that I'd like to take a look at, the next tool I want to show you is my favorite cable stripper, the Jokari 3140 stripper for stripping flat cable. And that's really crucial because in marine work and in van life and all of those low voltage applications, we use a lot of flat multi-strand cable, and it can be a pain to strip. Now if you're trying to work fast and do neat work, this is one of the biggest time savers and will improve the appearance of your work exponentially. It's such a simple tool, but what it does is it allows you to get up under the dash where you might have hundreds of conductors, cables coming in, and quickly turn them into these very neat stripped cables, as opposed to struggling with a knife or, you know, the other various methods that people use to strip flat cables. Can't recommend these enough. These sped up my workflow immensely, like I said, especially when working with large jobs with hundreds of loads going to panels. So you're sitting there stripping those things all day. These will make your life so much easier. So those are a fantastic tool. Can't recommend them enough. Okay, moving on. My next favorite tool, one that I use all the time, is a very similar tool to the Jokari, and I believe they might actually be made in the same factory, but they do have different branding. And this one is branded Nipix, and this is the Nipix 169501 Ergostrip, as they call it. And again, this is a tool that is incredibly useful, will speed up your workflow, and leave you with a much neater job than you would have had if you did not have this tool. Now I use this cable for stripping round multi-strand cables. Again, something we run into all the time in marine, van life, off-grid living, those kinds of things. We'll often have these multi-strand cables with a single sheath, and they can be difficult to strip, especially if you have to strip them back quite a ways. But this tool makes the job really fast, really easy. It leaves your work incredibly neatly, and it does a great job of protecting the cables and doesn't nick them in my experience. So a wonderful tool, well worth the price of admission. again, and I can't recommend it enough. Again, if you're getting into this work, this is the kind of thing that'll save you a ton of frustration and a ton of time, and make you'll skip over a lot of the early phases of messy work. So as you can see, okay, the next tool, and one of my favorites of all time, is my favorite simple manual strippers, the Klein Tools 1011 multi-purpose wire stripper and cutter for 10 to 20 gauge wire. Now, these are a very simple stripper. A lot of folks will often gravitate towards the auto strippers or other complex tools because they look neat, and when you're new, they do often provide a pretty, neat stripping at consistent length. But what they don't offer is a ton of control, and they don't always work in all the various different cabling you'll find in the course of a job. So these little manual strippers are my absolute favorite. They provide the best control. They're incredibly quick to work with. They handle all the wires you run into generally in your handwork. And I just love them. Now, these are a little bit smaller. Klein has a few brands, but these are my choice. They offer the sort of most ergonomic shape to my hand, and I really love their small size. They're just convenient. I can slip them in a pocket. I've always got them with me. And they're inexpensive and easily replaced. Now, you will go through these. They do dull after a certain amount of use. If you're not working professionally, you probably, you may never wear them out, but I would go through these once a year or so, and absolutely love them. Can't recommend them highly enough. So the next tool I want to show you is my very favorite little screwdriver, and it might seem like a funny little thing, but I can't tell you how handy this is for doing detailed electrical work. So this little fella is a tiny little Wera Kraftform 813R screwdriver. You can get this in magnetic or non-magnetic. I prefer the non-magnetic since I'm typically working with stainless in a marine environment. But what I love about this tool is its small size that allows me to really manipulate the fasteners using one hand in small, tight areas. So again, I'm usually working over my head, underneath the dash on an electrical panel. And this little driver has bit locking and bit holding features, so I can change the bits, but most importantly, it's got these amazing Wera tips that offer so much hold. They give you a ton of power. And of course, you wouldn't use this little driver if you're really trying to get something really tight or trying to loosen a really tight screw. But once the screws are broken, it's so handy because you can see, you can set it against the ball of your hand there, and you can turn it quickly and easily, and then most importantly, because it's so small, with the same hand, you can reach out and hold the fastener to the driver, allowing you to work quickly and in small, tight spots doing detailed work without dropping your fasteners and playing around trying to get them in or out of small places. So I can't tell you, what I'm trying to show you guys is tools that saved me time and made me do better work. This little driver will save you so much time, I can't even begin to tell you. Again, typically working on panels where I've got hundreds of connections up behind a dash, and this little fella will absolutely make your life so much easier. So can't recommend it enough. The Wera ESD 813R bit holding screwdriver. It's just a wonderful tool. It's so simple. It looks like it wouldn't add much to your kit, but I promise you it is really a game changer. So, and I think of all of them, this one, well, they're all pretty great, but this one and the flat cable strippers will really speed up your work. So the next thing I'd like to show you is my crimping set. Now, when you're looking for crimpers, you are looking for some specific characteristics, or at least I am. I want the jaws to close parallel to each other. When the jaws come together like scissors on an angle, you end up having crimps that are uneven. Another thing about crimpers that I like is I really like crimper frames that use lugs, so I can have one set of crimpers for a multitude of cables and cable ends on the boat. So the Wiha PortaCrimp set is a really versatile set. The jaws close parallel, providing excellent crimps. They do manufacture a multitude of dies, and my favorite feature is that they do make a die for marine heat shrink terminal. So as you can see, this is a marine heat shrink crimp terminal. They have that heat shrink body over the crimp barrel, so you need to use special crimpers so you don't cut that heat shrink covering and damage it, allowing moisture into the crimp. So these crimp tools are fantastic. They crimp well, they're light, they're small, they're easy to get in small spaces behind a panel. I cannot recommend them enough. They come with a whole host, or excuse me, they're available with a whole host of dies. So you can get these heat shrink dies. I'll leave links in the description. For standard cable sizes, you can get your coax and communications type dies. So you can get RJ45, RJ11, other communications type lugs. You can get Hexagon, solar type crimp lugs, and then you can see there's all my crimp lugs. There's small pin lugs for Molex and other weather pack type connections, all in one crimp tool. So really a fantastic tool. So my next tool is one of my favorites. This is a Panduit GS2B tie wrap gun. Now, for those of you who haven't seen those, these tools tighten and trim your plastic tie wraps or zip ties. Now, these guns can be kind of expensive. I'm going to link you to the new version of the Panduit in the description, but I'll tell you, they are worth their weight in gold. What these do is they allow you to loosely tie up all of your cables with zip ties to secure them, whether it's to secure them, up to some lugs where they're running, or to bundle them up. For any of the reasons you would use zip ties. And then the nice thing about this tool is it will tighten them to a preset tension, so you won't over tension or under tension, and it will trim the tab flush back into the lug on the zip tie such that there are no sharp protrusions, and it just leaves the neatest work. Now you can see here it's just a simple mechanism that pulls that tab, cuts it off flush, and then as you release the handle, it will release the tab and you can move on to the next one. So it leaves the lug really clean. And here I'm showing you where you can set the tension. There's 3 cam settings for different size zip ties, and then within those cam settings you can rotate that lug, and there's a range of adjustability. Now, so here I'm doing a smaller one with lower tension, and you can see that it's going to leave on both really clean cuts with no protrusions. So if you want your work to look nice and clean and not scratch up the next guy, get yourself a Panduit tie wrap gun. You will not regret it, and your customers will thank you. Okay, moving on to my next crucial tool in the bag here is my digital multimeter. And a digital multimeter for marine or van life or off-grid cabin living needs to be a little bit different than your standard digital multimeter, because we're going to be measuring DC, and we want to be able to use a clamp meter to measure DC current for any kind of troubleshooting, battery testing, things like that. So this is a small format Extech 380941 AC/DC mini clamp meter, and I just love it because not only does it offer DC clamping to relatively high amperages, up to 200 amps, but it also has very high resolution with 1 milliamp AC resolution, and a little bit broader DC resolution, but still more than enough to troubleshoot phantom current and leaks in your system. So a really handy tool, the small format size, the multi-functions, and the clamp meter make it invaluable. It's not a cheap meter, but it's not terribly expensive either. And at this point I've had this tool and used it daily for years. I think I've had this for probably almost a decade now, and it has served me incredibly well. I can't recommend it highly enough. There's a whole lot of meters to choose out there, but Extech is a very, very well respected name in the field, and this particular model really is the best one I found that offers everything you might need for this sort of low voltage work in a small package that's high quality. So there you go. There is my tool bag and my curated selection of the best tools in my bag. Now there's obviously quite a few tools in here, but not all of them are going to be game changers or you know, really change the way you work, and the tools I've showed you there do, in my opinion, they changed how I did my job, they sped up my work, and they really advanced the quality of my work. So I hope you enjoyed that. I just wanted to share some of what I learned with all you. I get asked those questions a lot. People always want to check out my bag or get tool recommendations, so I thought I'd just throw it up here to share. There's links in the description to all the tools, and I hope that's useful to you. So as always, you guys, thanks so much for your support and for watching the videos, and I'll be back soon with another one. So have a great day. Thanks everybody. See ya.